Wait a second. It's Christmas!
Oh boy, oh boy. Hey everyone, I am the great and powerful ChizFri, and Christmas is my favorite time of year. You have the food, you have getting to see your family, and of course, the presents. I figured, since I'm not very active on here, but I'm planning to be in the upcoming year, that I'd kind of reminisce on some of the favorite gifts that I've gotten. And to start with that, I think we're going to play some Uncharted. Well, maybe while that loads, we can take a look at something else. I've got a few presents under the tree here. Maybe we could see what we've got here? Let's start with this one. Oh wow, The Hobbit! I remember this. I've got actually a long history with this story. Both my parents were in the Army, and while my dad was deployed to, I believe it was Iraq, he took a copy of The Hobbit as well as a voice recorder. And every so often I'd get the tapes back of him reading through this story. And, I still haven't finished the book for myself yet. I haven't finished this game either. But from what I remember, this game is actually really fun. Apparently it's got a really big speedrunning community now. And, despite me not playing it very much, I actually sold it and had to buy a new copy. This is still a really fun action platformer, at least in my opinion. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more in depth about all of the games we're looking at today later in the year, but, man, The Hobbit. This is the game that taught me that I'm really bad at action platformers. I hope that won't become a trend in this video. Anyway, let's take a look and see if it's done loading. No, it's not. Okay, well, let's take a look at the next thing under the tree. Let's go with you. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Freedom. This was actually one of the first games I had ever played on the PSP, and for certain, my very first Monster Hunter game. It wasn't until I was much older that I figured out that this is actually just a PSP port of the PS2 original, which, honestly, is really, really cool. Again, as a kid, wasn't too hot at this game, but, this is a heavy piece of nostalgia for me. In fact, this is the game that got me started into Monster Hunter. Obviously, that's going to be true for a lot of people. But, it's because of this game that I own, 2 copies of Monster Hunter World. I have, 2 Monster Hunter games on the 3DS, 3 on the Switch. I remember some days I would just turn this on, stick my hunter right in the middle of Kokoto, and just leave it running. Just sit there and listen to the da da da. That was always the most relaxing part. Getting to come back and hear that very even music, even if, my hunt didn't go that well. Man, some good memories with these. Anyway, let's take another look and see if Uncharted's loaded, and... Nope. Still not yet. Okay. Well, there's a couple more things we can open. Let's take a look at... Oh, let's get this big one. Oh my god. Yes. Now, there may be some very divisive opinions about these games, but I'm not gonna lie. They may not be the greatest games, but they're still in the pantheon of my favorites. Especially A New Beginning. Eternal Night, I didn't do too hot with this one. But I actually remember seeing the advertisement for A New Beginning on TV. It was not that great, looking at today's standards, but it got me excited, so it did its job. My parents got it for me that same Christmas, because there were very few things I got that excited about. And I'm pretty sure this is the game that killed my first PS2, because I played this game so much. I played all the way to Mount Boisebig on my first wheelchair. Yeah. It was pretty much all I played that entire day, which can actually be said for this guy as well. I think I got this guy the Christmas after. But, you know, these held a very, very special place to me. And I actually really hope that sometime soon I'll be able to talk about these a little bit more in depth. But for now, I really just want to play some Uncharted. You know, this is the one downside to having an aging PS3. It's always so slow. Well, we've got a couple more things. I guess we can just keep buying time until it's ready. Let's go with you. Huh. You know, it's funny. I got this last year, and I still haven't watched it. Which, I think maybe we should get on that. Considering the second movie comes out next year. Let's go ahead and... Huh? Well, that's not a movie. Huh. Well, while we're here, I guess I can talk about Sega and their Rockin' Mega Collection here. This was actually my introduction to 2D Sonic. Of a sorts. I had a Game Gear when I was a little kid, so technically my first actual introduction to Sonic, like classic style Sonic, was with Sonic Chaos. And before that, my first Sonic game was actually 3D Blast, which, funny enough, is on here. And it's just as bad as I thought it was. Still haven't beaten it. But yeah, I put a lot of hours into this one, playing Sonic 3, Sonic Knuckles, Sonic 2, not so much Sonic 1. And as is the trend with pretty much everything I've got here so far, this is the game that taught me that I am really, really bad at 2D platformers. I don't know what it is with these games, and just, you know, reminding me of my inadequacy.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Anyway, it looks like we're stuck in a load loop in Uncharted, so maybe we just watch a movie? Got one right here. Let me go put it in, and we'll watch it for the first time together. How's that sound?